booktube, it's Marianne at Last Week Book, and today we are keeping it super casual because I am so tired. I am here to talk about my TBR for January 2022. So, what are we reading this month? So, yeah, my brains went to mush. So, first up, I am reading Sarah MacLean's backlist this year. So, I have already read 9 Rules to Break When Romancing a Rake, and I have just finished 10 Ways to Be Adored When Landing a Lord. So I'm going to be reading Wicked and the Wallflower by Sarah MacLean, which is a opposites attract situation. The hero and the heroine are very much from different backgrounds. There is a deal made between the hero and the heroine so that the heroine can land a certain duke, and these two fall in love, and I don't know much else about it, but I really want to read it because so far the 2 Sarah MacLean books I've read so far have been amazing. The next book I would like to read in January is 11 Scandals to Start to Win a Duke's Heart. I do not have the book beside me at the moment. I cannot remember the synopsis. I will put a brief rundown just here of the tropes and things involved. I am grossly underprepared for this, so forgive me. The next few are a couple of new releases. The first one up is Scarred by Emily McIntyre. This is the second book in the Never After series. This is a Lion King inspired enemies to lovers situation. We have our heroine who is basically going to kill our hero for revenge, and then obviously they end up falling in love, as enemies to lovers are often want to do. I really enjoyed Hooked by the same author, so I think this one's going to be really good, and I'm super buzzed about it. The next book is Secrets We Hunt, and I'm looking forward to this. The previous book, Games We Play, I really enjoyed it for the sort of more smutty aspects. I wasn't really sold on the actual romance of it. Like, I was more interested in the kink that was involved, and I think I'm going to have a similar situation here. And it's no disrespect against the author, it's just from Games We Play, I was more invested in the smut and the kink because I felt like the actual romance was quite rushed. Again, I don't mean that in a bad way at all whatsoever. I really enjoyed it. I gave it, 4 or 5 stars? I can't remember. But I was judging it more as erotica than romance. So the Secrets We Hunt is, I believe, a second chance romance or a childhood friends to lovers. I imagine, since it's from the same series as Games We Play, that there's going to be some kink involved, so really looking forward to that because, you know, I'm a fan. As we have been able to deduct from previous videos. So there's that. The next new release, which is the one I'm most excited about, is Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. I think that's how you pronounce her surname. Now, I read Twisted Love and Twisted Games last year, and I swear it's been a while since I've enjoyed any kind of proper alpha dickhead heroes, and I find it so hard to connect. But those 2 books were absolutely amazing. I absolutely loved them. So Twisted Hate is the 3rd book in the series. I think the series is actually the series is called Twisted. But anyway, or is it Twisted Love? Anyway, it doesn't matter what the series is called. We're talking about the book. So this book is an enemies to lovers, and it follows Jules and Josh. We met them in the first 2 books. It's also the best friend's brother, because Jules, the heroine in this, is Ava from the first book's best friend, and Josh is Ava's brother. I think I've got that right. And I'm so buzzed about this coming. Like I said, the first 2 books were amazing. I absolutely loved them. I devoured them. So yeah, I'm super excited to be reading these because I've been waiting patiently. And I think that's all the new releases. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm just in from work and I'm feeling a little sleepy. I'm running an empty here. So now we've got the new releases out of the way. I would like to start the Beers and Bondage series by Rebecca Witherspoon. I loved Rafe and I loved Zenny, so I'm really looking forward to starting this series. The first book is a forced proximity, snowed in, shared trauma kind of situation. We have a hero who basically lives in the mountains and he rescues the heroine who is someone trying to kill her, and he takes her in and makes sure that she's safe, and then the two of them fall in love with each other and we go from there. There is kink involved. It is marketed as a BDSM romance. I've heard great things about it, but I also have a feeling from what I have read that it's a bit insta-lovey, which isn't really my thing. But I'm hoping I'm going to be pleasantly surprised and it's actually going to be really good. Then I would like to read Baking Me Crazy by Carla Sorensen. Now there's an accent in Sorensen, so I don't actually think that's how you pronounce it, but I should have googled this. So Baking Me Crazy is a friends to lovers, best friends to lovers situation, and our heroine is in a wheelchair. She has transverse myelitis. I don't know much about it, but I believe that it is inflammation that is caused by having an infection. I don't know if it's a specific infection, and then it affects your spinal cord and can cause paralysis. She is using a wheelchair, so there's disability rep there. And I do know that before I went and picked this up, I did check to see if she used a sensitivity reader or if it was sort of own voices type representation, and she did use a sensitivity reader, so I really love that. And her best friend is basically head over heels in love with her, but from what I have read, it's not one of those friends to lovers scenarios where he's been manipulative around any potential relationships of hers or anything like that. I believe that they are genuine friends and he is holding his feelings back, but we'll see if I'm right, we'll see if I'm wrong. I'm probably going to be posting this a couple of days before I post my mid-month wrap-up, so by the time you see this, I've probably already read it, so I think it's going to be good. I love a friends to lovers done right, because obviously the problem with friends to lovers is while it sounds good in theory, I can imagine that if you are in a relationship and then you find out that your best friend is in love with you, because I have really big issues with the term friend zoned, because then it's like you're only friends with me so that you could maybe get some action. So if it's done right and it doesn't have that kind of air about it, then it should be fine. But I'm really looking forward to reading it. I do enjoy reading books with good representation in them, and I have heard that this is good representation, so yeah, looking forward to reading that. Plus she's a baker and I really enjoy foodie romances. And the last book I'm prioritising for the month is One Last Dance by Anna Stone, which is it's not a forbidden relationship as such because they don't get together when they're in this dynamic, but it is a ballet dancer and her dance instructor. It is a sapphic romance. Both of them are lesbian. I believe there's a period of time between when the ballet dancer is being taught and the romance, so I think it's going to be like there's some tension and stuff like that and something might happen, and then there's a time jump, so we'll see how that goes. I was having a real hard time finding some really good sapphic romances, but recently I've stumbled across Anna Stone, stumbled across Monica MacLean, Erin, I can't remember her surname, Erin, I'll put it here, I'll put the most recent book by her I've read here so you can see it, and they have been great, but what I have found is a lot of the sort of more popular women loving women authors, I'm not actually really enjoying their stories that much. For example, I read a few books by Megan O'Brien, which I wasn't a huge fan of. Again, it was more of the kind of, it was more smutty than romantic, the ones that I've read. Either that, or it's either been a case of it's been erotica marketed as a romance, or it's been a romance that has been so insta-lovey that it doesn't work for me, or the romance just doesn't sit right between the characters. Like, I don't feel that connection between them. I can't see, like, there's no enough there for me to appreciate the romances. So it's been great to find some really good sapphic romance authors. I am living my best life, and yeah, so really looking forward to reading all of those. I think it's going to be a really good reading month. I have a feeling down deep in my soul that it's going to be a good reading month. So yeah, we're staying positive. I believe it's going to be good. I just need to maintain awakeness. Also, Happy New Year. Kind of forgot to say that at the beginning of the video. I'm filming this on, what, the 2nd of January or something like that. I've just finished work and it was a long day. So kind of forgot all of the best wishes. Hope that you had a nice Christmas / holiday period, Happy New Year and all of that. But I do hope that you had a nice festive period, and whether you were celebrating or not celebrating, or just having some time to yourself, I hope that you enjoyed that and you get some reading done and you spent some time with family, and it was all good. Unfortunately, I was like self-isolating for a week on the lead up to Christmas and had to do all my Christmas shopping on Christmas Eve, so it was kind of like a really stressful, overwhelming Christmas. Thankfully we didn't have COVID, and I was just in bed with like a horrific chest infection that almost wiped me off the face of the earth. But yeah, life's good otherwise. Life's good otherwise. I hope that you've started the year off happy, healthy, and yeah, you're doing good. But if you're not feeling great, if 2022 has started off kind of shaky so far, would like to give a quick reminder. I'll put this on my TikTok, but I feel like I should say it here as well. It was just like a quick reminder to everybody that you need to remember that you're important too. You shouldn't feel guilty for taking some time out to sit and read, or pop earphones in and listen to an audiobook while you're going about your business. You can't pour from an empty cup. Everybody's self-care routine or techniques or whatever is different. For me, my self-care is taking half an hour out of my day to have a bath and read a romance book in the bath. That will really have a positive impact on my mental health. Will it fix it? Probably not, but it does help. Every little helps. Yeah, so don't feel guilty. You're not doing anything that's harming anyone. As long as you're not pirating, that's a whole other subject I'm going to film a video about because it's really pissed me off recently. You're not harming anybody. You're not harming yourself. You're not doing anything illegal. You're simply escaping in a little fantasy land that makes you happy, reading a nice happy story. There are worse things in the world and worse things you could be doing than enjoying a love story. Love is one of the most basic yet complicated, happy yet emotionally devastating things that exists, and it's the most relatable human experience ever. So yeah, don't feel guilty about that. Eat, drink, be merry, read books, and just be happy. So stay safe, happy reading, and I'll speak to you later.